This week in social group, we were learning about tact, which is a tricky topic for so many people, not just people who are working on their social skills. Tact is the intersection between honesty and kindness, and knowing when to err on the side of kindness. I told some of the kids a story about when I was trying on my wedding dress a long time ago. And the woman next to me was also trying on her wedding dress. And I really do work on trying to be a very, very nice person. I think that when I was a little younger, I sometimes struggled, probably like some of our students, with that intersection of kindness and honesty. But the girl next to me was trying on a dress that looked like a puffy bell with just a gigantic bow on the butt. It was covered in sequins, covered in flowers, covered in fabulous. But it was a lot. There was a lot happening with this dress. And I remember thinking to myself, please don't talk to me. Please don't talk to me. And she turned over and she said, what do you think of my dress? And without thinking, I said, or actually maybe with a lot of thinking, maybe too much thinking, I said, it's so decorative. In the mirror behind me, I watched my mother go, that wasn't the most tactful response. In that moment, really, why couldn't I have just leaned towards kindness? What was it to me? I could have said, wow, your dress looks beautiful. Moving on. So that's what the kids were talking about this week in group, about tact. So we opened with the classic Seinfeld skit about the ugly baby. We watched only a minute of it, and I'll link it down below. But at the end of the clip, Jerry says to Elaine, that is a must-lie situation. And she says, yes, absolutely, a must-lie situation. So we talked about, are there some things that are just must-lie situations? And the kids brought up a lot of things around white lies, or anytime people's feelings are involved, you have to lean towards kindness, and it doesn't count as a lie. We watched a recent segment from CBS Evening News where Steve Hartman does his Kindness 101 stories with his kids, and they were covering tact. So in this story, Steve Hartman modified a picture of his own baby. It was a while ago to just kind of make the little guy's eyes uneven, and gave him a hairy mole, and brought the picture around New York City, and was surprised to find that nobody was going to be honest with him. Everybody just kept talking about how cute this baby was. And finally, when he brings the picture to a modeling agency, after a lot of pulling out, the woman is very honest and says, your baby is very average, but now you hate me. So the kids and I talked about that. We all talked about that together. Tact does, when people use tact, because we really do want to preserve relationships with people. We want to make sure that we help other people feel good about the things that really matter to them, like their baby, or their wedding dress, or their pet, or the artwork that they just did. We came up with other scenarios where tact really matters. It's okay if your close friend asks you ahead of time, what do you think about this haircut I'm considering getting? And giving a tactful answer about, oh, you know what? I think that maybe blue spikes might not be your thing. But once the blue spikes are actually on board, you just need to say it looks great. In our ninth grade guys group, one of the boys spontaneously during free time drew this picture and came up to me and said, Katy, what do you think of my baby? And I was like, oh, cool, we're playing this game. So first of all, I said, what a beautiful baby. You must be so proud of him. But then we had a lot of fun coming up with additional things we could say. So, wow, what an alert little guy. One of my co-teachers said, wow, his sense of smell and hearing must be really on point. Look at those teeth. So we had a lot of fun with just different polite things to say, but always we start with, wow, what a beautiful baby. And that's true of anything that somebody's proud of or has their feelings tied in. So kind of a fun lesson, a fun way to look at a really important, serious topic, which a lot of things in the social world that's the best way to learn them. If we take everything too seriously, kids don't really learn the importance. It's important to also have a little bit of fun while we're learning social.